During the spring and autumn period, the king of Wu, Helu, desired the sharpest and most precious swords. He then built a fortress on Nushu Mountain to forge thousands of swords, which he named Bianchu.
How is the progress on building the fortress and recruiting the best swordsmiths to make 1,000 precious swords for me?
Your Majesty, everything has been taken care of. The forges are aflame day and night, and hundreds of swordsmiths are working tirelessly. In a short time, the swords will be ready for your viewing.
Excellent. Forge the sharpest blades for me. If you do a good job, I will reward you handsomely. This work of forging weapons is very important. It contributes to increasing the strength of our soldiers.
Later, I want to conquer new lands, and no nation will be able to resist my power. No enemy can escape those sharp blades. Isn't that right, my officials?
Thank you, Your Majesty. When the army is equipped with these swords, it's like adding wings to a tiger. Your reputation will spread far and wide and be remembered in history.
Good. Very good.
Your Majesty, after 3 months, the finest swords have been forged. Please take a look, Your Majesty.
Wow, the blade is truly sharp. Much better than the previous swords. The swordsmiths must not be ordinary people.
Yes, Your Majesty has a keen eye. They were crafted by the most skilled artisans in the capital.
But it seems to be just a good sword, not the one I need. Humph! I have spent so much money and effort to build the fortress and forge swords, and this is all you can do? This is extremely ordinary. Any swordsmith can create this. I told you I need precious swords. They must be able to cut through stone like mud, and the sharp blades must strike fear in everyone who sees them.
Yes, it might be a bit difficult to do that. You need a divine sword, but our ancestors have not passed down such a forging method, Your Majesty. Unless there is a person with the ability to forge a divine sword.
That is exactly what I need. A unique sword bearing the mark of a divine dragon. Have you summoned all the best swordsmiths in the country?
Yes, everyone has been summoned, except for...
Except the who? Why are you stammering like a chick stuck in its tracks? Speak quickly, I don't have time to stand here and listen to your nonsense.
Yes, there are 2 famous swordsmiths in the capital, a husband and wife named Gan Zhang and Mo Ye. Their family has been forging swords for the royal court for generations, but now they have retired to their hometown. Gan Zhang's master was one of the elders in forging swords with a seal. I sent people to invite them, but the couple insisted on not returning to the palace.
Send people to find those 2 and bring them back to me immediately. If they don't return, I will execute them first and report later, and arrest all their relatives and children. You must bring them to the palace, remember?
Yes, Your Majesty. I will certainly bring them to the palace. Imperial Edict. Ganjiang and Mojia, receive the decree quickly.
Oh my, why would the royal soldiers come here? I wonder what's going on.
The king commands you 2 to come to the palace immediately. The king himself personally sent me to invite you.
May I ask the Prime Minister what business the king has with a humble commoner like me? I have retired to my hometown for many years and have not been involved in court affairs.
The king wants to forge a precious sword, which is why he seeks your help. You must quickly go to the palace. This is a crucial matter that cannot be delayed.
But we have been retired in our hometown for several years and no longer wish to forge swords. We hope you can convey this to the king.
I cannot. This is an urgent matter for the court. If you two hesitate any longer, the consequences will be unpredictable. Not only will you lose your lives, but it will also implicate people like us.
Let's just go to the palace and see what the situation is. The king's command cannot be disobeyed. If we are granted an audience with the king, we can express our wishes and hope he will accept them.
Yes, my husband.
You two are Ganjang and Moja. I hear your family is famous for the art of sword forging. The former king also held your father in high regard. Now I need your help. I hope you will not refuse.
Your Majesty, we are of limited talent. If the artisans here cannot forge the sword you require, we cannot either. Moreover, we have been retired for many years and have not forged swords for a very long time, so we fear our skills may not be as proficient. I am only afraid of disappointing Your Majesty.
I will spare no gold or iron, as long as you can forge me a precious sword that can cut through stone like mud. I will reward you handsomely. But if you still insist on refusing, I cannot allow you to live. In addition, no one in your clan will escape punishment.
Your Majesty, we do not know what offense we have committed to implicate our entire clan in such a way. For generations, our family has dedicated itself to the royal court, contributing countless services.
We have long since been uninvolved in court affairs. We hope Your Majesty will consider allowing us to return to our hometown to live out the rest of our peaceful lives. We do not seek happiness, silver, or status.
How absurd! How dare you argue with me? Do you consider this urgent matter of the country to be unrelated to you? My mind is made up. I am placing this important task on your shoulders. I have made the consequences clear from the beginning, so you had better do as you are told. I will give you a deadline of 6 months. You must complete everything by then.
What should we do now, my husband? I am afraid that many people will have to endure the king's wrath.
The king has decided, and we must obey. The will of the Son of Heaven is the will of heaven itself. We are only humble subjects and cannot resist. Moreover, the lives of many people are in our hands. We cannot be selfish and think only of ourselves.
Bring me all the best gold and iron from the treasury. Then find 300 male and female attendants to take turns day and night to keep the furnace constantly blazing. Do you understand?
As you command.
Strange. Why is it happening?
My husband, why hasn't the gold and iron melted after 3 months? Such a strange thing has never happened before. I wonder if it is the will of heaven that does not want us to forge swords anymore.
I don't know why either. If it were ordinary iron and steel, it would have melted by now. These are the finest gold and iron. But after continuous forging day and night, they remain exactly as they were at the beginning. Could it be that history is repeating itself with me? This is a sign of a divine treasure.
Divine treasures must wait for human key to be perfected. Now, my husband has been forging swords for 3 months without success. Perhaps the divine spirits are still waiting for human key.
In the past, my master also wanted to forge a precious sword, but he kept forging and the sword would not be completed. He was then consumed by desire and had to jump into the furnace. It was then that the divine energy merged into the sword.
Since then, anyone who forges swords at the foot of that mountain must perform a furnace worshipping ceremony. It was because of that incident that I brought you back to our hometown. I did not want this profession to bring disaster upon myself and my family. But now that the king's will has been decided, we cannot refuse.
Why are you only telling me this now, my husband? No wonder you have been avoiding the royal soldiers all this time and have been adamant about giving up our family profession.
I only want to live a peaceful life with you. When the precious sword is forged, I will return to our hometown with you and never come back to this place full of right and wrong.
Add a lot more firewood. No one is allowed to be lazy. You will take turns watching the furnace. Not even for a minute can you be distracted.
Yes, sir. Is that strange story true?
Yes, Your Majesty. There are rumors spreading throughout the capital that because you want to forge a precious sword, you have defied the will of heaven, and that is why the gold and iron will not melt, no matter how they are heated.
Absurd. Execute all who are gossiping and gathering. Do not those baseless rumors suggest that they consider me a traitor? Those two, Ganjang and Mo Ye, are truly useless. It's been 3 months and they have not made any progress.
It seems they won't work more effectively unless I put pressure on them. Send people to arrest their elderly parents and throw them into prison. If they still don't get their act together, execute their clan members one by one.
Your Majesty, I am afraid what you are doing will cause more whispers among the people.
How dare you? Are you trying to defy my order?
Your Majesty, I wouldn't dare. I will go and do as you command immediately.
After that, send word to Ganjang and Mo Ye. Only when there is a forest fire will you know which species is the strongest to escape death.
What? My parents have been imprisoned? How dare you!
The 6-month deadline is approaching. If you still have no results, your parents will not have a complete burial. Hurry up and get to work. The Ting is extremely angry that you have not been able to forge any sword.
How strange. The gold and iron still haven't melted. It's been 5 months. Is heaven trying to test me? If I can't forge the precious sword, my whole family will be burned alive by this fire. Or...
I cannot let our family and my husband be in danger. I will do everything I can to save them. But how? How can I forge a precious sword?
In the past, my master also wanted to forge a precious sword, but he kept forging and the sword would not be completed. He was then consumed by desire and had to jump into the furnace. It was then that the divine energy merged into the sword. Since then, anyone who forges swords at the foot of that mountain must perform a furnace worshipping ceremony. It was because of that incident that I brought you back to our hometown. I did not want this profession to bring disaster upon myself and my family.
Quickly, prepare a pot of scented water for me to bathe and bring me my most splendid robe.
Yes, madam. Are you going somewhere? It's already late.
That is none of your business. Remember not to let my husband know.
Yes, madam.
You've been here for days and nights. I see that your eyes are dark and full of tired wrinkles. You should go home and rest. I will watch the furnace for you.
I cannot be at ease. My parents are in a dark prison, and I am a useless man. How can I rest? You should go home and rest first. Just leave me be.
There will be a way, my husband. You must take care of your health. The 6-month deadline has not yet arrived. If something happens to you, no one will be able to forge the precious sword to save our family. Just listen to me and go rest.
All right, I'll rest a bit. I will return soon. Please pay attention to the firewood to keep the fire burning brightly.
All right, you can rest assured. I have everything here under control.
If I don't do this, my husband will follow our master's instructions from the past and jump into the furnace to protect our family. My love, in the next life, I promise we will be together again. I will willingly be the one to jump into the furnace to forge the sword. May my soul merge with the precious sword to be presented to you. Ganjiang, please forgive me. Farewell, my love.
Oh no, the madam jumped into the furnace.
Is anyone there? Save the madam. She will die.
It's too late. The fire is too big. The madam sacrificed herself to forge the sword.
No, Mochiya. Sir, the gold and iron have really melted. This is unbelievable. Is that legend true? Oh my! Moja, did you sacrifice your life for me? For our entire clan? I cannot let your sacrifice be in vain. Quickly add more firewood to the furnace so the fire burns brightly.
I will keep one sword with me as a symbol that your presence is always by my side for all eternity. Moja, please be at peace. I will fulfill your wish. The king's wish has been fulfilled, and I will also retire to our hometown to be with you forever.
Haha, this is indeed the precious sword I was looking for. It is truly a rare treasure in this world. Ganjiang, you are very talented. I will keep my promise to release your parents and reward you with 100 gold bars and enough silk and jewels for you to live a life of luxury.
Thank you, Your Majesty. This is just my duty. I have kept my promise to you. I only ask that you allow me to return to my hometown and never have to return here again.
Why? Ganjiang, you were the kingdom's finest swordsmith, and I need your help. Furthermore, don't you see this as an honor? Your descendants for generations will remember the glorious achievements you have contributed to the nation.
Your Majesty, I no longer have any attachment to this luxurious place. My wife has passed away. I only ask for the sole grace of being able to return to my hometown to remember her every day.
Although I really want to keep you, if you insist, I shall grant your request.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I am grateful for your grace. I roll back to our hometown to live the peaceful life you always wished for. Now, how empty this house feels without you by my side. Moya, can you hear my words? I miss you so much, Moya.
How dare you? You have forged 2 precious swords and kept one for yourself. Are you plotting a rebellion? Hand it over immediately so I can report it to the king. If you refuse, I will execute you.
My wife sacrificed her life because of the king's unreasonable demands. Do you still want to take the last remaining memento of her in this world? I cannot give it to you because it is also the relic left by my wife. Even if it costs me my life, I must keep this sword with me.
You're very bold. Today you will not leave without handing over the sword. I will take your life.
Ganxiang rode a blue dragon to heaven forever, never to return to the world of mortals.
The other sword in the King of Wu's hand also mysteriously disappeared, leaving only a large scratch. The king pondered for a long time, looking at the scratch as a warning about his greedy desires. From then on, he never wanted to forge another precious sword again.
Thank you for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss out on our next exciting videos. If you have any ideas or suggestions, please leave a comment below. We're always listening to your feedback. See you in the next videos. Have a great day. Bye-bye.